Hi guys, welcome. Danny here from the Magic Junk Drawer. So today I thought I'm really trying. My goal here, my new manifestation is I want to grow my YouTube channel. I mean, I'm almost at 2,000 subscribers. I think that that's really great. I appreciate everyone that watches and everyone that comments. And I want to grow the channel. This is my goal. So I'm hoping that I can double in size by the end of the summer. We'll see what happens. So what I thought I would do today is, I don't really care for doing it this way because I feel like it might be annoying. I'm going to start by doing the July reads live, and then in the description box I will put the timestamps so that you can fast forward if you're watching this on the playback. But if people start coming into the chat room, I'll give you an opportunity to pick a card. Like we can do one of those card picks. Pick 1, 2, 3, or 4. And if I even have time, I'll take questions. All right, and we'll see what happens. So right now I'm starting with Aries. I feel like maybe I should get a pen so that I don't lose track. Let me just get a pen. Hang on. I don't know why I find this to be so freaking hysterical, but I left this pen in my car, and it's been really hot here in New York. And I have this little cutout on the dashboard that I always use it to charge my crystals in the moonlight. But I recently, believe this, was cleaning out the car, and in order to clean the dashboard, I removed the crystals, put them in the coffee cup holder, and I had this pen there. Look at what happened to this pen. I don't know why I find this so funny, but I think it's hilarious. Look at what happened to it. Oh man. Hi, how are you? I don't know why I find this to be so funny. So if you want to pick a card, I'll pull out 4 cards and you tell me which one and I'll tell you what it means. Okay. We'll start that way. See. All right. All right. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Three. That's like one of the best cards in the deck to get, the 10 of Cups. So look at the 10 of Cups there. You got all 10 cups full, happiness on all levels. So you can have a great weekend ahead of you. It could be a great month coming up for you. Whatever it is, it's like everything is working really well when this card shows up. Excellent card to get. Good for you. All right, so I'm going to start with the Aries read. Our Aries friends for the month of July. First card, the Lovers. Excellent. Soulmate connection. Now, it can be, if you're already in a committed relationship, it could be that this is a new friend that shows up. Oh, nice. Or this could be reconnecting to your partner. It could be, if you're single, it could be that your soulmate shows up or soulmate-like relationship comes up. This is a good card to get. So you already got the 10 of Cups and now you got this. All right, what's next? The 5 of Wands. The 5 of Wands can be a little bit of bickering. It's not like a big catastrophe. It's not a big fight. It can almost be like you're in a bad mood and you snap at somebody or vice versa. It's not a big deal, but it is a little bit of quarreling. And there are a lot of people here, so it could even be with your family or family members. It doesn't have to just be one person, and it's nothing catastrophic. The 8 of Wands. Something changes quickly. So when the Eight of Wands shows up, if you're in a situation that you feel like it's not moving forward fast enough, any kind of situation, things are going to turn around and things are going to start to move forward very quickly. And it could be anything. It could be a love relationship, work, career, anything. But if you're feeling like something is stagnant and you're kind of like in quicksand, that's going to change, and it's going to change out of the blue quickly. Next card. The Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is generally an air sign. It could be an Aquarius, fire sign, sorry. So the wands could be, it could be you, Aries, Sagittarius, or it could be a Leo, or it could be, hey, or it could be somebody that's like that in your life. Like sometimes, it's like, for me, I'm a Pisces, but I have a lot of planets in air signs. So if somebody was doing a reading and I were to come up as an air sign, I would believe that. So this is generally a fire sign, and it's probably you because it's Aries. All right, the final card for the month of July for Aries is, this is a great reading. The Knight of Cups is the knight in shining armor. So if your knight in shining armor hasn't shown up yet, he's showing up in July. Somebody is coming in and saving the day in July for our Aries friends. So you got a pretty good reading here, Aries. I'm impressed with this reading. I would be happy if this were my reading. All right. I'm going to move on to Taurus, but if anybody wants to do one of those, may I be after whoever this is? May I be after whoever this is? Will you be after the person? Is that what you mean? No, I haven't done Leo yet. I just started with Aries. Hey, quiet. So I'm also offering anyone that wants to pick a card. I'll put up cards and you can pick one. Come here, give me that. We'll just go get him some peanut butter so that he's quiet for a second. Go, buddy. Go ahead. I know you're gonna get sticky mouth. All right, sit right there and eat it, okay? All right, so I am going to move on to Taurus, but as people start coming into the chat room, if you want to do a pick of a card, I'm trying to keep my eye on the number of people that are in the room. Yeah, okay, so let's do that first and then I'll move on to Taurus. So this is, you pick one out of 4 cards. And I'm just picking them randomly here. Okay. So pick 1, 2, 3, or 4. Oh, all right, I'll do that next. 1. Ooh, the moon. The moon is either a secret that somebody is hiding from you, or it could be psychic intuition. So it depends on you personally. If you feel like you're very connected to your intuition, this just could be the universe is telling you to use your intuition. Or it could be that he's keeping a secret from you. Now, I'm going to ask, what does he think about you? Hi. Use it. The more you use it, the stronger it'll get, the more you'll trust it. All right, so I'm going to pull 3 cards to see what he's thinking about you. He might be keeping a secret. It could be. The moon is, or it could be, is he a Pisces? He could be a Pisces. Pisces, sun, moon, or rising. Oh. Okay. So the first card that you got here is the 7. You're a Capricorn? Okay, so the 7 of Cups in reverse, he feels like he doesn't have any choices or like he's kind of stuck. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean it's a love relationship he feels stuck in. This just could be that he's just feeling stuck in general. He feels like he can't move forward or back, or like he doesn't have a choice. But the next card you got was the Knight of Cups, which means He could be, yes, that's typical of Capricorn. Focus on work, getting one step ahead, always doing the right thing. But the Knight of Cups is the knight in shining armor. So when this card shows up, there's generally some kind of passion or love, some kind of an offering of love comes in. It's a good card. And then the last card here is the World, which means there's opportunity here. So even if he's not really showing you right now that he's into you or that he's interested or whatever, there's definite potential here with this. I think that this probably relates more to feeling stuck at work or not feeling like he's moving forward fast enough. And that's the thing with Capricorn. They tend to feel like they have to move forward, not fast, but steady. So if he's maybe been in one situation for a long time or one position for a while and not moving up, he may feel like he doesn't have choices. But there's definite potential here, especially, this is the knight in shining armor. He can't focus on one thing at one time. Oh, more than one thing. Yeah. Capricorn, they're a great sign, but they're very, they play by the rules, and they're like they just remind me of the kind of people, like they have to have exactly this amount of money in the bank. They have to have exactly this many hours at work. They don't call in sick. They're at work on time. Like that's just who they are. And they're ruled by Saturn, so it makes them great people. Like they're great, reliable people, but sometimes they're a little bit like there's a little bit of a wet blanket kind of aspect to them, only because sometimes they're like, I have to do the right thing. I can't just call in sick and go to the beach. Now, it also depends on the Capricorn. A Capricorn with Sagittarius rising or even Aquarius rising, they're calling in sick and going to the beach. A Capricorn Taurus rising, forget it. They're never going to miss a day of work. My grandfather was a Capricorn, and my grandfather used to tell me that he never missed one day of high school. He was there every day. So that's just, that's just them. But you have definite potential. There's definite potential there. So focus on what you want, stay positive, and you'll have a positive outcome. Okay, so I'm going to move on to Taurus. And as people come into the chat room, you can interrupt me if you have a question, or let me finish the reading and then I'll answer the question. Okay, Taurus, sure. Thank you for watching. Taurus for the month of July, Taurus the Bull. First card, the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords could be, if you're waiting for some kind of a message to come in, you could hear a message, something out of the blue can happen. Swords, it's air, it could be an air sign, it could be a young air sign. So if, say, you're interested in an air sign, which would be an Aquarius, Libra, or a Gemini, and you're under the age of, I would say, 30, this could be a love interest. Or this could be hearing from that person out of the blue. Air communication, it could be text messaging, Facebook, anything like that, because it's air travel. Okay, Taurus. If you're an older Taurus, this could be one of your children. The Six of Swords in reverse. The Six of Swords upright is leaving. It's leaving, it could be a trip across the ocean, it could be moving your home across the sea or a body of water. In reverse, it could be canceling that. So if you had plans to go across seas, overseas, something having to do with water, you may cancel it for whatever reason. But you know what? Go with your gut. If something is telling you to cancel it, cancel it. Temperance. Temperance could be a Sagittarius, or it could be balance and patience gets restored to your life. So if you're a Taurus that's done nothing but work for like the last 6 months, maybe you're a school teacher, the summer's here and you have some time off, some balance returns to your life, that's very possible. Virgo, okay, I didn't get to Virgo yet, so it'll be a little bit. But anybody that has questions, you can always put them in. And I'll do the questions in between the readings. Judgment in reverse. Judgment upright is karma, or it could be Thank you. You can ask anything. I'll do my best to answer it. So when judgment shows up in reverse, it's like feeling um, like you're not well, not even that justice hasn't been served, but karma hasn't shown up yet. Maybe feeling like you've been a little bit slighted. The universe hasn't brought you what you deserve, but hang in there, especially with the Temperance card. You just may need to restore yourself back to balance, Taurus. The final card is the Five of Wands in reverse. So that's a good card, because if you've been angry with somebody, fighting with somebody over something, it's going to subside. So generally, this reading here, there could be a Sagittarius involved, or it could just be that you see patience and balance gets restored to your life. You may cancel a trip. Balance is coming back. You don't really feel like the universe has brought you what you need just yet, but the bickering and the arguing is starting to subside. So it's not so bad, Taurus. It's not going to be a bad month. All right, I'm going to move into Gemini. And if you guys have any questions, or you want to do a pick a card after I get through Gemini, you can send in the question. Okay, Gemini. First card. You are crossing water. You are going on a trip, or it could be leaving something behind. So this card, see, it's sort of like solemn. It doesn't have a happy feel to it. So it's usually leaving something behind, but it could be that you're just going on a trip. You know, it's going to be different for every Gemini. The world. When the world shows up, there's unlimited possibilities. The world is at your feet. If you're going on a trip, the trip should be a success. You should really enjoy yourself. It's going to be a good thing, Gemini. The Page of Pentacles. Now, like a typical earth sign, they're very focused, and they're focused on that one pentacle that they have. And sometimes when they focus on the one pentacle, they don't see everything else that's around them. So this could be a Virgo, Taurus, or a Capricorn if you're under, say, 30 or 25. If you're older than that, it could be one of your children. Hi. It could be one of your children if you have a child that's an earth sign. I'm good. How are you? I'm going through, this is Gemini's reading for the month of, it's coming towards me in love. Okay, as soon as I finish Gemini, I'm going to answer that. Oh, you also have a decision to be made, or it could be a decision that you've already made. Now, Gemini, you have the moon there in the background, which always suggests that you should use your intuition. Follow your intuition, Gemini. And the last card for Gemini is self-bound restrictions. You are your own worst enemy. Hi. So, Gemini, I don't know why you're holding yourself back, but just try if you can. And Gemini is not a real stubborn sign. Try if you can to let go of the ideas that you have in your head of things that are holding you back, because no one else is holding you back. When this card shows up, you're doing it to yourself. Okay. Now I'm going to answer the question about the love life, and then we'll be up to Cancer. Let me just write that down because I feel like I'm going to forget. This pen is just killing me. All right, so my next reading will be for Cancer, but I'm going to find out what's happening here in your love life. All right, what's going on in your love life? Let's just say for the summer. Give it the summer. Sometimes it takes a little time for things to happen. Okay. First card is Contemplation in reverse. So the Four of Cups is generally when it's upright like this, it's like focused on these three cups, but not even seeing this. It can be spending a lot of time thinking. When it's in reverse, you've kind of gotten out of your head a little bit. You're not overthinking things as much, which is a good thing. The next card, the Ace of Pentacles. So the Ace of Pentacles is usually a new business opportunity. If there isn't a new business opportunity, yes, I'll do it after this one. If there isn't a new business opportunity, the Pentacles could also be a new opportunity when it comes to love because it's the ace. So it's a beginning, it's something new. If I was doing this as a career or a business reading, this would be a new opportunity. But since I asked it as a love reading, I think this is a new opportunity for love. Judgment in reverse, not feeling like you're getting what you deserve. You don't feel like you got what you deserve. Okay, just give me 2 more seconds. This is the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So when it's upright, it's sort of like taking notice of how hard you've worked, focusing on what you've done. Up in reverse, you might not be thinking that you've come as far as you have. Once again, this is a reading when it comes to love. So even though Pentacles have shown up, I'm saying that this is a love situation. So you may feel like you put a lot of effort into something, but you really haven't seen the growth yet. This is the Four of Swords, which means you are going to take some time to rest and relax. So I think what's gone on here, there is an offering of love coming in. I feel like maybe you're not that optimistic about it at this particular moment, but I think that there's going to be reason to be. All right, let's see. I'm going to pull 2 more. The Four of Wands in reverse is not feeling like you're having the happy home. And the Queen of Swords, the swords could be an air sign. If an air sign shows up, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Or it could be quick tongue. You might say something that you don't mean. But this reading isn't bad. There is, I don't want to say bitterness, but it's almost like you feel like you were a little bit gypped. So if that's true, try to let go of that feeling because you do have a new offering of love coming in. You're not really seeing the happy home yet, but give it a chance. And if you can, focus on the positive rather than the negative. Now, I like to use playing cards when it comes to time. I know that I said that I would give this like for the summer, but let's just see if we can get anything else with playing cards. A little bit more specific of a time frame. The Nine of Diamonds, it could be September, the 9. So if it's September, it's still the summer. You know, you have until what, the 21st? Okay, there was another person that I said I was going to do their love reading. Next, I think the name began with an R, was that right? R-A-M, that's the one I'm going to do now. Okay, good. All right, I'm going to do that now. And then the other person that asked, I'll do you next. So as soon as I finish this, send me your name again. Just send me something so that I know it's you. Okay, love life, right? Love life for the summer. Okay. Oh, Cancers can be a little tough. They're very hard on the outside. They're soft on the inside. Sometimes you need to be a little bit more gentle with them than you think you need to be because they come off so tough, but they're not. They're hurting more than you. That always. Okay. The first card you got here is the Fool. So the Fool is spontaneity, a new opportunity. It's going for it. It's like wild abandonment, like you can just give it a shot, go for it, because there's plenty of opportunity here, and it could be spontaneity. So it could be that somebody just, you know, out of the blue, all of a sudden his mood changes, and how typical of a Cancer. That's always. Okay, the next card is the Moon. Now the Moon shows up if you're going to be moving soon. Okay. So the Moon here is, it could be a Pisces if you're a Pisces. It could be he has a secret, or there's a secret that's being kept from you. Or this just could be that the universe wants you to use your intuition. Cancer is a very intuitive sign. So it also could be the other person getting in touch with their intuition. Not a bad card at all. The Three of Pentacles in reverse is feeling like you're not getting cooperation. Like you're not feeling like there's cooperation going on here with this. But With the Fool as the first card, I think you just need to hang in there a little bit because there's opportunity here. And it's quick opportunity. Like you get a phone call at 2 o'clock and you're out the door with this person. The Queen of Wands. Wands is a fire sign, or it just could be, especially in this situation, if Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, if you're not one of those, this just could be being more assertive, and it could be the situation, you know, like feeling like you need to assert yourself a little bit more. Like Cancer, out of all of the water signs, I think they can be the most difficult to deal with because Scorpio, you know what you're getting with them. And Pisces, you know what you're getting with them. But Cancer could be a little different. The last card is you may be feeling a little bit betrayed. You feel like this person has betrayed you. Cancer sometimes, you know, they have that in them where they can kind of cut like a knife if they're not getting what they want or if they feel like they've been hurt. So maybe the other person has felt this way and in turn is turning it around on you. Okay, then it's you that feels betrayed. All right, I'm going to pull 2 more cards. The King of Swords in reverse, that's like a situational kind of thing. The World. The final card is the World. There is potential here for things to turn around. When the World shows up, it's like the world is at your feet. It can go any way you want it to go. The best thing to do is keep your ego in check, right? Don't let... Hi, thanks for tuning in. Thanks. Keep your ego in check, stay positive, stay focused, and see your end goal, and you try your best, this is the hardest part, to ignore everything else that doesn't fit what you want. So if you're not getting what you want, don't pay that any attention. Okay, don't pay that any attention. Good luck. It'll work out. Okay, so the next person asked about moving, when they were going to move, and then it was a Capricorn. I got a lot of Capricorns over here. You're very welcome. I like the purple hair too, but I don't like the short bangs. Like I feel like, I don't know, I like the longer bangs. I don't know, I have a really big weird head. All right, is our Capricorn friend going to be moving? So I'm going to ask this as a yes and no question, and then I'm going to pull a playing card to see how soon. Only showing a 33% chance that you're going to be moving. Are you definitely moving? Do you have it in the works? Let me pull a playing card to see. Maybe it's just that it's not happening this summer and it's not going to happen until the fall. That could be. All right. What month will our Capricorn friend, or what time frame will the Capricorn be moving? Ten of Spades. So the Spades could be the fall, and the 10th could be October. Or this could also be 10 weeks, 10 days, 10 months. You could move in on the 10th of any month. But with the 10 being Spades, I'm going to say October. So let me know if that sounds about right. I'm thinking sometime in October. Okay, what were the other questions? A couple of other people had questions. How long? Oh, God. All right, let's see. All right, so I'm going to ask. You're very welcome. All right. How long will the family be staying? Let's go to the playing cards for that. Or what month can we expect them to move out? How about that? Timing can be very difficult. But I don't know why I like the playing cards better for that. The Two of Clubs. So the clubs could be this summer. They move out this summer. 2 months, 2 weeks, or I would say at the very latest, the month of February. But it's clubs. I'm thinking sometime this summer. Do you think that's possible for them to move out this summer? Or that might be too soon. Maybe by the end of the summer, which would be like September 21st or the end of September. I'm going to say before February. That's my prediction. I am not sure if anyone else had any questions and I missed them, but I'm going to... Focus on what you want. Focus on everything coming together by the end of the summer. Oh my God, Sagittarius always has admirers. Okay, September. Focus on September. Sagittarius, okay. All right, I'll do the job one next. Will Sagittarius attract admirers? Sagittarius is like always. Everyone's attracted to Sagittarius because they're so outgoing. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh my God. Yes, you've got a 99% chance here of attracting admirers at the wedding because all these aces showed up. Definitely Sagittarius. Okay, well, our next friend be getting a job in August. Oh, really? Are you Capricorn rising, maybe? Could be. Do you know? All right. One second. %70 chance that you get it in August. You know what? I'm going to say it's even higher than 70%, and I'll tell you why. So in this method, what I do here is it's based on how many aces show up. And you have 2 aces, right? So that would be 70%, but you also got the star card. So the star card is a wish. It could be a wish comes true. Did you take long to lose weight? Did me personally, did it take me a long time to lose weight? I kind of lose weight slowly. So I'm going to say you have over a 70% chance, 75-80% chance of getting that job in August. Good luck. Somebody else asked for a reading. What was the question? Was this the one? I have a job interview coming up next week. Will I get the job? Okay. I lose weight slowly. To be honest, I think that the keto diet is great for weight loss. You're welcome. Yes, cut out the sugar, cut out the carbohydrates, watch your intake of fruit, and stick to the higher fats and proteins. Okay, will we get the job? 5, 6, 7. I think you're going to get the job. You got a 70% chance of getting the job. I'll send the question again. I'll do it. Sorry. 70% chance of getting that job because you've got 2 aces and you have the Queen of Swords. So if you happen to be an air sign, that could be you. What was the question? EO. I think that was your name. I don't know how I could go back and look. Let me see if I can go back and look at the. Oh boy, I can't find the chat. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for watching. EO, could you send me the question again? Because I don't know why where I go to see the chat, it disappears so quick. Okay, I saw something that was paranormal. Was it real or am I crazy? You're probably not crazy. It was probably real. But let's see. I'm going to ask the cards. When you have those feelings, especially if like the hair was standing up, it was probably paranormal. %70 chance. All right, you got a 70% chance that what you saw was definitely paranormal, and the last card is the devil. So if it made you feel uncomfortable, it definitely could be some kind of, I don't want to say a negative entity, but if you feel like there was some negativity, I would suggest add some salt somewhere around your house, to your shower, to your bath gel, whatever, because salt helps to remove negativity. And being that you got 2 aces, 70% chance yes, and then the last card was the devil, so it could be something that was a little bit negative or made you feel a little bit uncomfortable. Anybody else have any questions? It was uncomfortable. Okay, you know what? I would just, to be safe, sprinkle some salt around your house. You can even put a bowl of salt water underneath your bed, if that's possible, or near the nightstand, just to, it will absorb the negativity, and then you get rid of that salt water at the end of the night, you know, the next morning. You can do a salt scrub. You can burn sage. Some people don't like sage, so I always say salt, because most people have it in their house. So you can just use table salt if you need to, and it'll cleanse away that feeling, and it will be gone. Don't worry about it. I forgot to ask you. Okay. How's the Cancer feeling? Thank you. How's the Cancer feeling? I'm going to pick 3 cards. You got the Star card. I don't remember if you got that before. Did you get that before? Okay. So, and I don't remember, were you a Capricorn? Either way, it doesn't matter. So the first card here is the Queen of Swords. So this card could be that they see you as a strong person, that you have a lot of inner strength. You say what you mean. Oh, Virgo, okay. You say what you mean. You have a very strong composition, and not, well, a little bit authoritarian. What does feel about? Okay, I'll ask that next. Now, the Page of Cups, this could be the Cancer, right? And then the last card is the Star card. So it's like, I don't want to say he feels like you're lucky, but he kind of like, there's a connection there. The Star card is like a wish comes true, or making a wish. It's also an Aquarius. It could be an Aquarius. But in this situation, how the person feels, they feel very positive about you, because it's like a wish. It's like good luck. Okay, Peach, what was that question? I'll do it right now. You're welcome. I think it was Peach. I forgot already. I just saw it pop up. The Sagittarius. Okay, how does the Sagittarius feel about Peach? Sees you definitely in a good light. Now, the Two of Swords here, this could be a decision needs to be made, or he's undecided, or he already has decided that he sees you in a positive light. Like, he's already come to that conclusion. The middle card is the Hierophant, which is a Taurus. Or if Taurus is not you or whatever, then this could be some kind of a spiritual connection. Sometimes it means like you met them at a spiritual place, a church, synagogue, yoga, astrology, anything that has to do with something kind of spiritual. Or it could just be that he feels a spiritual connection to you. Now, the last card is the Empress card, which, if you see right here, is the Venus. So this is the Venus card, which is love, passion, money, all things good, right? And it's also the Mother. So he may look at you like in a good female light, like Venus. Like, that's what this card is. So this is definitely a good thing. Hope that helps. I'm going to continue. And did I miss anybody's questions? Okay, thanks for sharing a gift. Happens in 3 years. Wow. Okay. Look, I can totally sympathize. So let's see. I'm going. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull 5 cards and let's see if any of them show up. I saw Taurus, Libra, and what was the other one? Sagittarius. Let's see. I'm going to pull 5 cards. Yes, just let me do this one and then I'll get back to that. Okay, 5 cards. The Fool is the first card. Okay. Oh, the Sagittarius showed up. Sagittarius definitely showed up. Okay, the first card you have is the Fool, which means there's a lot of spontaneity. There is a lot of opportunity here. So my suggestion would be, if you're, like you're in the mix and like attracts like. So there's a lot going on here with 3 different people, which means that it's only going to call more people in. If you're not satisfied with these 3, other people will be attracted, because I used to work with a woman that said this all the time. It sounds really crass, but maybe it's true. When one dog's eating, they all want to eat. So if you are kind of seeing 3 people, it's going to draw more people in. So I would suggest to keep seeing them unless for some reason you really don't like them. The next card is the 4 of Cups in reverse. So you're not really overthinking so much, which is a good thing. Upright, it would be not seeing an opportunity, but when it's in reverse, I think you know what's going on. Now this card here, when it's in reverse, is like not feeling like you've come through the battle. Like you feel like you haven't made it to the other side of the hill yet. Like you're still hiking up the hill. And I get it, because you're not satisfied, which is normal. But 5 of Swords in reverse, I think the worst of it is over. And the last card you got here is Temperance, which is balance and patience, but it's also the Sagittarius card. So this reading here, with the Fool as the first card and Temperance at the last card, I would say that there is something with the Sagittarius. That's what I would say. Okay, now somebody else, I said that I would get back to you. You had another question, Peach? Go ahead. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for watching. If you guys like this, I'll do them more often. I didn't realize that this would be popular. Okay. What was his sign again? I forgot. Thank you. All right, let's see. Oh, yeah, it was just a Sag. Okay. Okay. Why is the Sag avoiding? He's not going to be avoiding you for much longer. All right, so here's the thing, and this happens all the time, and this has nothing to do with the tarot cards. Sometimes people will just act like assholes, and that's just it. And I've seen this a million times. I mean, I've read for so many people where, like, somebody's telling me, like, he's breaking up with me, he's with this person, and I'm like, this situation is going to turn around. It's in the cards that you're not going to be able to get rid of this guy. And I have I have other people that can comment down below that that was true. I'll keep reading. Let me just get through this one first. So what I'm going to say here is he's in some kind of a standstill kind of moment for whatever reason, and it doesn't have to do with you. First of all, he's feeling a little bit unprepared. The Ace of Cups in reverse, not ready for new love. The Chariot in reverse, not moving forward. The Magician in reverse, not feeling like he can get out of his own way, and not like, we're all full of magic. When it's in reverse, it's like, I don't feel magic. I don't feel like I'm capable of it. But the last final card, which is also in reverse, is the Hanged Man. So now he's going to start coming out of that. So none of this avoiding and all of that crap has anything to do with you. So whatever you do, don't take that on personally, because if you do, that's what you're going to put out into the universe, and that's what's going to get reflected back. So the best advice that I can give you is kind of law of attraction stuff, which is focus on everything is great between us. I talk to him all the time. I can hear from him at any moment, because you can. There's no reason why in this day and age you can't get a message for him right now. And with the last card being the Hanged Man in reverse, he's coming out of that stuck feeling. No, that's not it. So don't focus on that, because if you put that out into the universe, you're going to call in more situations that confirm that belief, because everything that we do confirms our beliefs. Everything. So don't even focus on that. Focus on everything is fine. this is in his problem, and he's going to be fine. Tiffany, after Dingus. Dingus, send me your question, and then I'll do Tiffany. Excellent. Oh my God, I thought that I did yours earlier. You can ask again after Tiffany. Let me get to Dingus. Oh, I think that I did yours earlier. I don't remember now. Dingus, you have your question? All right, Tiffany, you go, and then I'll go back to Dingus if he sends his in. Okay, if not, then I'll hang out and you can ask me again. Tiffany or Dingus? Will I get money coming in? Okay. I'm going to do this as a yes or no question. Is there money coming in? 5, 6, 7. You got like a 50-50 shot here, and I'll tell you why. You only got one ace, so that would be like 30%. The other two cards, the King of Cups, which could be a father figure, and you have the 10 of Cups. When we get back together, okay. Hi, how are you? Good. Okay, so 33% because you have one ace, money coming in, but you have the 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups is one of the best cards to get. So that's like cups of full, love, money, home, family, everything is going well. So I'm going to say it's 50-50. Yes, let me just I have one more question and then you can ask. So I'm thinking here you got a 50% chance. I'm even going to say a little bit higher than money's coming in. Maybe a 65% chance you got money coming in. So remember, focus on what you want, do your best to let it go, put it out into the ether and forget about it, and it will show up. Okay. Are they getting back together? They're getting back together. This one, oh my God, it can kind of go either way. So the first card you got was your ace, which is a 33% chance that yes, you are getting back together. And then the second card you got is the Two of Cups, which is like the soulmate card. Yes, you are getting back together. But the last card that you got here is the Six of Swords, which is sort of like, what race for my future husband be? Okay. So this is sort of like leaving. So I'm not sure if you get back together temporarily and then you wind up breaking up. There, with the two other cards, it looks like there's definitely getting back together. The Six of Swords looks like another breakup or somebody leaves. So it could be the kind of situation where if you're the person that wants to get back together, and I've had this happen before to so many people, like you really want this person back, and then when you get back together, you realize it wasn't really what it was, and then you decide that you're done with it. Or it could be that you get back together, experience another breakup, and then wind up getting back together again. With the Two of Cups, that's sort of a soulmate connection card being suggested, which means it's very common for soulmate relationships to break apart, get back together many times before they end up together, or sometimes not end up together. But it definitely looks like there is definitely getting back together and maybe another breakup or another issue on the horizon. Remember Mercury? Yes, Mercury is going retrograde, so we have that. So if you haven't heard from this person, you may get back together with them under Mercury retrograde and then leave them when it goes direct. That's possible. Okay. What race will my future husband be? So I've never asked a question like this before, and I'm not really sure how to decipher that. So I'm going to go through the races. Do you have, yes, let me just finish with this. This is positive vibes. Do you have specific races that you're thinking of? And I'll do yes and no questions. Otherwise, I'll just go through each race. Okay, we'll talk about low vibes after. Oh, no problem, anytime. Okay, so we're gonna go first with, will my future husband be Caucasian? You got you had about a 66% chance of him being Caucasian. It's not a weird question, it's fine. It's just I'm not sure how to answer it. But the last card you got was the Devil, so I'm kind of not thinking he's going to be Caucasian. Okay, will the future husband be African, American, or of African descent? I think you have a good chance that he could be African because you got the Fool and 2 aces. Okay, so now let's ask if he's going to be of Asian descent. You know, race is kind of funny because if you do your DNA, you find out that you have all kinds, except if you're me, find out that you have all kinds of stuff in there. So it's so funny, like what happens if like the person doesn't look like they're African, but yet they have a lot of African in them, you know, like that's kind of funny. All right, I'm going to ask now if he would be Asian. You got a 70% chance that he's Asian. I don't know, do you have people in mind? Does this resonate with you? It seems like you have a higher percentage of an Asian or an African than you do a Caucasian. Oh, maybe I would. Yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe we can do something like that. If you guys like these live videos, maybe if Friday works, I have some time in the afternoon on Friday. Maybe we can start classes if you're interested in learning. I can teach you how I learned. And I don't know if I missed any other questions. A lot of boyfriends. Okay. But what about the African and the Asian? Because they came up higher percentage. Okay, all right, I'll keep doing the live videos. Okay, so now to the person that had the question about the low vibes. So, and I've struggled with this so much. When you feel depressed or sad, or people that spend a lot of time doing things like drinking, smoking, drugs, anything like that, anything that's kind of negative. And look, we're human beings, we're allowed to do these things, we're adults, it's totally fine. But those things can kind of lower your vibrations. When your vibrations are low, it can be harder to manifest, and it can also be harder to keep negative entities away from you. I know it sounds crazy, but that's what I've learned. So what you can do to raise your vibrations, something that is so simple, is just put on music, your favorite music, sing and dance. You can exercise. Anything that you do with your body like physically, walking, running, take a yoga class, play tennis, it breaks up any of that static kind of crap that we're holding on to. So that's why people love yoga so much, and they don't even realize why. It's because we trap emotions in our bodies. So somebody does something to you and you hold on to it in your body somewhere. And through movement and breathing, we release those things. Thank you. But we don't really realize that. Like, we just know that we like it. We know that yoga makes us feel good. I love running. I know that when I go out for a run, I feel good. But I never really made the connection as to why until I started studying. I'm a jogger too, every day. Every day, even if I can just do 3 miles. It makes a world of difference. So running, music, anything like that. Anything that you do that's creative too can help raise your vibration. Laughing. Put on a funny movie. Anything that makes you feel better, even if it's temporary and it's not negative. Like going out and getting drunk, yeah, you might feel good for 5 minutes, but then you're hungover for a week. So if you can stay away from that, yes, you can ask a question. Go ahead. Walking in the grass, especially like me, I don't have any earth in my chart. So I'm someone that really needs to connect to the earth, otherwise I don't feel grounded, and then I get anxiety. Of course I have anxiety. I have 7 planets in air signs. So anything like that, anything creative, anything that takes your mind off of, churning and spinning around will help. Especially music. I love music. Go ahead. You have one more question? And then I'm going to have to wrap this up. Try. Oh, thank you. I'm glad that you guys enjoyed it. I had a good turnout today. So I'm going to take that one more question, and then I have to get back to, maybe I'll finish the rest of the readings later because I have to go to work. If S and E will reconcile. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to get ready to go to work. All right, so we're going to first find out if we're going to reconcile, and then I will go for today, but I'll be back. Will there be a reconciliation? Definitely. Definitely. Okay. Oh, thanks. So you've got 2 aces here, and that's a 70% chance of a reconciliation, but the last card you have is the Empress, which is the Venus card. You see the little Venus symbol? So yeah, you're going to reconcile. So remember, whatever it is that you want, it is so important to focus on what you want, the end result, and do your best to ignore everything that is happening. Yeah, that was you. That was the S. Were you the S, reconciling with S? So, yes, that's you. Yes. Yes, good vibes, exactly. Things you can also do for good vibes. All right, I'm going to ask that last question. Will she get back with her ex-boyfriend? There could be a little bit of time, because this is what we have first. So the first card that showed up was the 6 of Cups, which is looking back on the past with nostalgia. Oh, thank you. Thank you. So this is looking back on the past, like with nostalgia. So one of you or him, are looking back on this relationship as being very good. The second card you have here is the 5 of Wands in reverse. So if you broke up because there was a lot of arguing or you weren't seeing eye to eye, the bickering and the fighting is over. The last card you have is the 8 of Swords, which is um, self-bound restrictions. You're holding yourself back. So nobody else is holding you back, you are. Now, you didn't get any aces, which means that the reconciliation isn't on the horizon, but you can definitely make that happen. The first thing would be to let go of the ego. So for example, I always tell people, my suggestion, especially if people aren't talking to one another, is when you're in a good mood, you're in a positive state, and you have that carefree kind of attitude, send the person a text message, hey, how are you? Keep it in your mind that there is nothing wrong, everything is right, we can reconcile, he'll be happy to hear from me. Get yourself in that mindset, and then let it go with, he'll get back to me whenever he can, I'm going to hear from him soon. And then try to take the mindset away from, looking at the phone all the time. Because what happens is when two people aren't communicating and each person is waiting for the other person to reach out, it becomes an ego thing. Yeah, everybody's ego does that. So it's like you take on this attitude, well, if he loved me, he would reach out to me. And if I was so important, then he would reach out to me. And then and why can he call her? And then how come he can do this? And he's got time for that. That's all coming from ego. And we all have it. So it's just a matter of like putting that in check and putting that behind you and taking on the attitude of there's nothing wrong. Like I recently, over the last year or so, I had an issue with this person was just a friend of mine. And for some reason they fell off the face of the earth and they didn't respond to my text message, and I felt like I did something wrong. And I had it in my head that, I did something and they didn't want to speak to me anymore. And then I ran into this person somewhere and I just went over to them and I was like, oh my God, hey, how are you? And I just had a different attitude about the situation. Didn't even think about it. I just did it. And now we're talking again. So who knows what happened? Who knows what happened? And it doesn't even matter because I was the one that was creating the time and the space with my own ego with, well, I've reached out to him how many times and he hasn't gotten back to me. And you know what? Sometimes, and I've been guilty of this myself, I look at the email. Yes, go ahead. I look at the email or the text message and then I do something else and then I forget to get back to the person. But when it's done to you, you feel like you did something. So my advice would be let go of the ego, put yourself in a positive frame of mind, and then reach out if you're not speaking, or watch your ego when you do speak to that person, right? Like you don't want to have the attitude, well, he's got to prove to me that he feels this way. I just started to talk with my ex again. Okay. I'm going to pull 5 cards and we'll see what it says. Okay, 5 cards about the ex. The first card, the 2 of Cups. First card, 2 of Cups. So, soulmate card. The 2 of Cups is a union of the souls. This is good. This is good. All right, so the first card is the 2 of Cups. There's going to be a union here. Like when this card shows up, we're not fooling around. Now, the next card is the Queen of Pentacles, which is an earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, or a Taurus, if one of you are that, or maybe one of you have a lot of earth in your chart. Or it could be one of your mothers, if you have earth mothers. Right in the center, okay, so then that's you, the Virgo. Right in the center, you have the High Priestess, which means there is a lot of intuition here. Okay, so then we know who the Virgos are. That's who the Queen is. So when the intuition card shows up, use your intuition. If something feels right, thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to grow my channel. If something shows up, right, and it just doesn't feel right, or it does feel right, go with it. Because this situation your intuition is guiding you. And there definitely looks like there can be a union here because of that first card was the 2 of Cups. The Page of Wands, it could be a young person. It could be a Sagittarius, an Aries, or a Leo. Or it could be, if you have younger siblings, something like that, or if you have children. And then the last card, once again, is the Pentacles, which is another earth sign. So basically what I'm saying here is I think that there's going to be a reunion, and I think that this person knows it and that they're working towards it. So I would just kind of hang in there, and like I was saying before, try to keep your ego in check, try to use your intuition, try to stay positive and focused on what you want, because this is yours and you can have whatever you want. All right, guys, so I only got up to the Gemini reading for the month of July. I will have to finish the rest of them tomorrow. And what I'll do, since some of you guys said that you subscribe, thank you. I will put up in the community board when I'm going to go live, so that you know, or if I have an idea. I'm thinking next Friday, probably around this time, would be a good time for me to go live again, or possibly Monday. All right, let me know what you guys think. If you like what we're doing here at the Magic Junk Drawer, as always, like, subscribe, share this with your friends. And my email will be in the description box if you ever want to do a private reading. And we can even discuss, maybe next week I'll go over learning about the cards. You guys can give me suggestions. I'm open for suggestions. All right, thank you so much for watching. This was great. I loved it. Thank you. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.